Hi everybody, welcome to a product review. Now, I will cut a very long story short, but I've been wanting to actually make moulds for myself, because you know what it's like, you can make that perfect part, and if you've got to make another 10, the quality of that part goes down and down and down, because that's just the way it is. You can't replicate it over and over again. And I've been wanting to make my own moulds, and I've been out on YouTube and I've been looking at different videos of people using products and how to actually make moulds, and I found it a little bit should I say daunting, because there was on about vacuum chambers and all this, and I didn't want that. What I wanted was something that I could use at my bench, that I didn't have to go out and buy expensive things to make moulds occasionally. And also I wanted to use what I had at hand, and I did, like I say, didn't want to buy anything expensive. So I've been looking around and I stumbled across this particular company. Now this particular company is DWR Plastice, and I decided that I would buy from them because the website was beautifully and clear. They explained things really well. It wasn't a minefield to navigate to actually get the products that you wanted. You can email them, and that's the great thing. Ask for advice. They're more than happy to email you back within a day with advice and help, which I found was very, very useful. And I will start off with, this particular company is not sponsoring this video at all. They don't even know I'm actually doing this video, because I just bought this stuff and I've been experimenting with it. I've been experimenting with this particular product now for about 3 months, and I've given it some really good trials, and that's the reason why we're having a review on it, and I'm recommending that you actually buy it or something similar. Now, the great thing about also this company is that everything is compatible, so everything that you buy from them is compatible with each other, so it doesn't matter. And also they do a great range of stuff. We'll start with the actual silicone moulding rubber. Now this comes as a kit. You get 2 kilos of the actual silicone rubber, and you also get an activator, which is about 60 grams. Now this comes from their general purpose moulding kits, and if you are buying this one is mid-range. They do a lot smaller and they do a lot larger. This particular one comes in at £23, well, £23.85 it actually comes in, plus your postage, which is a reasonable amount, and you do get a lot of moulds. This is my 3rd one that I've started on, well, will be starting on very soon. This is my 3rd one, and you do get a lot of moulds out of it, as long as you're very, very thrifty with the way you actually make your masters, should I say, but we will get onto that on another video. What can I say about it? Okay, if you go to their website, they have PDF files that you can download, health and safety, all the specs about their products. You get the whole gumph there, very nicely laid out, nice and clear. That's as much as I can say about their website. I will leave a link in the description if you want to go across there and have a look yourselves. A great website. Now I picked this one because this is a low velocity one. it also don't need a vacuum chamber to use it. And also, I mean, at the time when I actually purchased this, they give you a very clear instructions on how to mix and your measurements for the two. Now it's 100 grams of the actual rubber to sort of like, well, it starts at 2 grams of the activator. Now that will give you a pot life of 25 to 30 minutes. Now when I purchased this, I wasn't even thinking about pot life. I was just had it in my head, you know, quicker you can get it into your master mould, quicker you can get it out, the quicker you can use it. And the more you put in, the shorter the time and the shorter your cure time as well. And I found out to my own perils that having a very quick cure doesn't help you at all. If anything, it messes your moulds up. And this one, it's got a long pot life. Like I say, if you just use 2%, which is 2 grams to 100 grams of the silicone rubber, it gives you 25 minutes to 30 minutes pot life to and then it gives you a cure time of 7 hours. I know that's quite a long time for it to really go off before you can actually use it, but not using a vacuum chamber, it gives you a good chance of when you're actually pouring it, especially over sort of moulds like this which I made, where you've got a lot of these dimples. It gives you a good chance to make sure all the air is out. The first one I made, it, well, there was air pockets all over the place because it just cured up too quickly and it didn't give me a chance to actually get the air bubbles out. Now I do actually use my vibrating table. It does speed things along a great deal, should I say. It allows you to vibrate a lot of the air out, no different to what you do with the plaster. And I just left it on the vibrating table vibrating, and as you can see, you get a good quality mould. There's no air traps in there. Well, tell a lie, there is one there. I will point that out by my thumb. There is one there. But like I say, it's a real good rubber, real good silicone, and that's about as much as I can really say about it. It's ideal for the job that's at hand, and that is making small moulds at the bench using things that you've got around. I've also got a liquid wax release agent. Now you don't really have to buy this, but I thought to myself, I will use it because it's part of their product range. It must be compatible, which it is. This is used strictly for if you are casting, i.e. plaster parts, like you've already cast out some parts and you want to make a mould from them parts. You can actually use that to seal it, so when you actually do your moulding, it comes out nice and crisp and clean. As you can see, I've had this now for a good 3 months, and I've only used a little tiny bit of it because you don't use a great deal. I don't use it from this container, I actually use it with an airbrush, so that is another good item. The price on that is about £9. They do smaller bottles, but it's up to you on how much you actually buy. Depends on how much you moulding are you going to do. Next to it, we've got some plastic resins, fast cast. Now I made a little bit of a boob there again because I bought the fast cast, which I shouldn't have done. They do a slower cure time again on this. This only gives you 3 to 4 minutes pot life once you've mixed it together, which is a little bit too fast, especially if you're doing small things, especially like the drain covers. where you need to be very slow and methodical of getting your resin into it. That one's a little bit too fast, but I have already put an order in for the other one, which is a slower one. It gives you a lot longer on the pot life, which means that you've got a longer time on the cure time as well. But it's all yin and yang with this, I'm afraid to say. And that is really it. That is the products that I'm actually using. These are the products that I'm saying to you, if you're going to be making moulds at your bench, these are the ones to go and get, because they do the job extremely well. Now, this video is going to lead into a couple of other videos which are going to be about making your masters, how I make my masters, what I'm actually using, the product itself. I will run through everything that I actually do to actually create me moulds, and that will be on the next video. So this is just an introductory into what I'm using. So that's it. That's about as much as I can tell you about that. If you want more information, go across to their website, pick up, they got all the information sheets that you need on the product, and if you're not sure, email them and have a chat with them. They're very, very helpful. So that's the end of this little sort of look at this product, and hopefully, and we might see you on the next one. Until then.